and thank you for returning for another episode of Bailey Cooks. You've already brightened my day. I changed things up on ya. I didn't. Instead of scampering back and forth from counter to stove and back again, I decided, why don't I bring you here where all the action is? Crazy thought of mine. This week we're gonna be making fries, and I'm not talking about just any fries. I'm talking about Belgian fries. I'm not sure that fries are the actual national dish, technically speaking. I know that they're kind of their national pride. I've cut up these potatoes into the perfect fry size, nearly cutting my finger off in the process, and I let them soak for 24 hours in cold salted water. If I used russet potato for this, you're gonna wanna use any potato that doesn't have a waxy skin. So you can see right there, it's pretty good, isn't it? It's pretty good. Cut that myself. I'm gonna drain the water out of these. I'm gonna fill this with oil, probably canola oil, just because it's cheap and it's good for frying. I'm nothing but a cheap fryer. There's a potato lodged in my sink. Now we're filling up the pot with canola oil. Holy crap, that's a big one. I read that when you're making classic Belgian fries, you actually are supposed to be using animal fat like cow or horse. No thanks. Don't be shy, folks. Pour that oil in like there's no mañana. The trick to making really awesome and perfect French fries, but you didn't hear it from me, is to fry them not once, but twice. Excuse me. We're first gonna blanch them in the oil, which basically means just kind of get them to soak up a little bit of that oil in a lower temperature heat. And then the second time, we're gonna fry them in a higher heat to get them really crispy. And soaking these for at least 24 hours beforehand is really gonna help with the texture and the integrity of your fry. I only consume French fries with the greatest integrities and moral valor. So I'm just setting out some newspaper to put the fries on once they've been fried. You know, I'm actually seeing an article in here about not eating fried food, and I'm feeling very attacked right now. Oh, Garfield, when will you learn lasagna isn't for cats? I've laid out my fries. I'm giving them a little pat dry with a paper towel, and then they're more likely to crispen up. Make sure you don't crowd the fries in the oil. These two, they like their space. So I'm just giving that a measure until it reaches about 200. While this oil heats up, I'm gonna take this time to tell you, well, warn you actually, that we are going to be putting mayonnaise on these French fries instead of ketchup. I actually really like mayonnaise on French fries. I mean, like, are you really living your best life if you're not eating fat on top of fat? So I've got about half of my fries in now. That's probably around 5 potatoes. You don't wanna put them in and have it like sizzling. That means it's too hot. So just settle down. You just want like a nice little simmering sound. Do you hear that? There's nothing I love more than the sound of fat being absorbed by a potato. It's magical, really. We're gonna want those in there for about 3 to 4 minutes. Take them out, put them in some newspaper, then turn up your heat to about 350, and that's when your fries are gonna get nice and crispy and golden. I can't wait. Even though I literally just ate breakfast, I'm probably gonna eat all of this as well. Do be a little bit careful when you're dealing with hot oil. I know a lot of people are afraid of getting like their flesh burned off. Be safe with it, be careful with it, and don't drop anything in because it's gonna splash and it's gonna melt away your skin. So depending on your potato, how thick you've cut them, how much water is in them, how hot your oil is, what kind of oil you're using, there's all these fry factors to consider. The time that you're gonna be actually frying them is gonna vary. So it's just getting the mayonnaise ready for the fries. And some of you will say I deserve this for putting mayonnaise on fries in the first place, but I instinctively like lick the mayonnaise off of my finger and you know, it feels wrong. It feels very wrong. How many of you guys actually like to wait for your food to cool off, or do you just kind of like until it's cooled off in your mouth? You guys can see just how nice and crispy those are looking. They've been in there probably 12 or 13 minutes. I'm gonna put them over top of some paper towel to drain off that excess oil, and then we're gonna salt the bejesus out of them. I'm just putting in my second batch. I just wanna show you guys how I put the fries in the oil. If you actually get closer to the oil and put it right in there, it's less likely to pop up and bubble and burn you. It's like the hobbits. The closer we are to danger, the farther we are from harm. They were probably talking about French fries. Okay guys, and that is officially it. I've still got some fries cooking, but I just wanted to show you while these ones are nice and hot and fresh. I love you. I've just topped this with a little bit of mayonnaise and some fresh dill. And to serve them, I like to just wrap them up in a little parchment cone. I've seen that a lot in like the typical traditional Belgian fries. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Bailey Cooks. My next video, I'm gonna be cooking from Mexico on the coast, so you guys don't wanna miss that. Hit that subscribe, turn on the notifications so you don't miss it. By the time you click it, I'll be in sunny Mexico. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there are any countries whose national dish you would like to see made vegetarian, give a comment down below, and I will see you next time. Cheers!